Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Pink Sky Tarot. I'm Elle. Special hello to my subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, please come join us. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I do daily guidance posts over there that you won't see here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, just send an email to pinkskytarot@gmail.com and I will send you the information. My email and Instagram handle are in the description box for you. Alright guys, so today we are just going to get some messages from the Divine Masculine, maybe see what's going on with him or if there's something that he wants his feminine to know. So we are going to start with the moon cards. What is going on? Well, what is the overall energy of the Divine Masculine right now? What is going on with him? Where is he at? Where is the masculine at right now? Look at the bigger picture. All right, I feel like there's a lot of reflecting going on here with the Divine Masculine. He is looking at his life. He is thinking about the hard choices that he has to make, but he's realizing he needs to look at the bigger picture because, yes, I have to make some hard decisions and some big changes. What else is going on with the Divine Masculine? But the end result is going to be worth it. What is going on with the Divine Masculine? That might be the only moon card we get. They're telling me to switch to angels. All right. So that's just the big message here. They're looking at the bigger picture. They're realizing that these difficult decisions they have to make are going to be worth it in the long run because it's much harder to just keep fighting against what their soul is telling them to do rather than just following through on these choices. All right, what is going on with the Divine Masculine? Oh, okay. So we have deception. And we have soulmate. This deck does not have a twin flame card, so this is like divine counterpart for me. Also, a lot of the Divine Masculines might not be aware of twin flames or what twin flames are, so the feeling they have for you, the only vocabulary they might have for it is soulmate. A lot of them understand that it's way more complicated than just a soulmate connection, but they just don't have the vocabulary for divine counterpart or twin flame. So this is like the only way they can describe it. With this deception, I feel a lot of it is self-deception, where they've lied to themselves about what the connection is, where they've been lying to themselves that they're happy in their situation, that there's no need to change because everything is fine. And then for some of them, I do feel some of them are being deceived themselves. I heard by a karmic, so there could be somebody that they're in a relationship with that is deceptive in some sort of way, and it feels like in a way that they don't realize that the person is being deceptive. They could also be being deceived by, friends, family members, their job, lying to themselves that they like their job or lying to themselves that they need to focus on their work. This line feels like it's not coming from the masculine to the feminine. It feels like it's something that's happening to the masculine, either within himself or from another outside source. Because he's looking at the bigger picture and he's realizing, I've just been fooling myself this whole time. Here she is right in front of me, my divine feminine, or he, because remember, divine masculine, divine feminine is just energy. But here's my divine feminine right in front of me the whole time, and I've just been acting like she's no big deal. Like she didn't turn my world upside down. Like I've just put my head down and spent all my time working or developing a hobby or throwing myself into my family. They've just the biggest message is self-deception that they're realizing. They're looking at the bigger picture and realizing what they were doing to themselves and the connection. And they understand that there is a soul connection here. There's something bigger outside of them that's going on with this, with the connection. All right, let's get some mermaids. What is going on with the Divine Masculine right now? Waiting, yeah. masculines have spent a lot of time waiting for a sign from the universe, waiting for things to happen on their own, waiting for, I heard, for their feminine to just leave, because they're like, I'm trying to explain this. The masculines, especially if they're in denial of the connection, they are kind of waiting to be abandoned by the feminine. Okay, because feminine, we typically get in chaser energy, and you're chasing, and the masculines, like, they want you to, like, leave them alone. And I don't mean that in a way as in you're like they don't want you around, or they're being bothered by you. They just, like, they're so, I think I said in another video that, like, when you get out of chaser energy and the masculine can't run anymore, because if you're chasing them, they're running. So if you stop chasing them, they have no reason to run, right? So it's like subconsciously in their 5D brain, they're waiting on you to leave them alone. Because when you, like, abandon them, that's when they're going to go, oh, where did she go? I miss this person a lot. I understand this soul connection now, and I'm looking at the bigger picture. So if you're in chaser energy, your masculine is kind of waiting on you to leave them, to abandon them, okay? And to leave them alone so that they can go do their own soul work. Some of them are also waiting. They've been sitting around avoiding making decisions because they're waiting on the universe to tell them to do something. They're waiting on their karmic to leave them so they don't have to make the decision. They're waiting on an outside source to resolve whatever hurdle is blocking them from coming into union with you, okay? But it doesn't work that way, does it? The whole point of this twin flame soul journey is to learn to make your own decisions, to learn to follow your own intuition, and to learn how to manage and control your own life independent of other people, right? So it's like some of them are waiting on you guys, the feminines, to leave them alone so that they can, this is a subconscious thing, they don't understand it, but so that they can start to see the connection for what it is. And then others of them are waiting on an outside source to take care of the problem for them. But we know that that's not going to happen, right? All right, I'm told to get one more mermaid card. What is going on with the masculine right now? What is going on with the masculine right now? Blessings, yeah. This card came out in the last reading I did about the divine masculine. They're seeing the connection as a blessing. They are seeing their divine feminine as a blessing. They are seeing these hard decisions as a blessing. At first, when the feminine comes into their life, it blows up their whole world, and they don't really see it as like a curse or a bad thing, but it was just so overwhelming they couldn't understand it. But they're, again, looking at the bigger picture, realizing the self-deception, understanding that there's a soul connection, and they're really feeling the blessings of the connection. It's a strong message since it came out the last time I did this reading. Okay, so now I'm going to get into some messages. My guides are telling me to use the Tarot of Sexual Magic deck. I typically use this in readings that are about both the feminine, or both twin flames, but we're just talking about the masculine right now. This card does have explicit images, so if you don't want to see sexy images, just look away when I'm holding the cards up. But this is the deck my guides are telling me to use right now. And it could be because the masculines are probably feeling a lot of sexual energy towards their divine feminine. If you ever feel your masculine sexual energy, you know what I'm talking about. So they just could be feeling, and I don't mean sexual energy as in like a creepy kind of way. They're just so attracted to their feminines that they just can't help getting in these feelings sometimes. You know, they're even if they're denying the connection and running from the connection, the only person that they want to have that sexual connection with, that soul level connection with, is their feminine. So it could be why my guides are telling me to use these cards. All right, what does the divine masculine want his feminine to know? What does the divine masculine want his feminine to know? If you could tell her something, what would he tell her? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Death card in reverse. And let's get one more. Ooh, okay, so we got two more. We have the King of Swords and ooh, the Queen of Swords. All right, so here we have like a power couple. Okay, that's that soul connection I'm talking about. I recognize that I'm your king and you're my queen, okay? That's not the stronger message, but when you have a king and queen pairing come out, it's like soul connection, power couple. These are the people that are supposed to be together, okay? All right, so with this King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that the masculine his foundations are being rocked right now. This is also my husband card. So if your divine masculine is married or in a significant karmic relationship, it could be that he's decided to walk away from that, because being in the reverse, this is like ex-husband, ex-partner. But the stronger message is that his foundations are being really rocked right now. I heard job, so maybe his job is very unstable right now. Maybe he just got fired. Or maybe he realized that he needs to get a completely different job because the one he's working now is just not satisfying to his soul. But that's the stronger message. His foundation is being rocked right now. And if you look at this card, it's like the masculine is right here and the feminine is back here, and we have this pole, like this column that's in between them. It's like he is really feeling like the separation, but it's like he's always known they've separated, but now it feels like there's something physically separating them. Even if there's not, it just feels like he feels like there's this heavy wall in between him and his feminine. Okay, that's probably why they want me to use this deck. And it's like he's trying to get to her and she's behind this wall and she's like, no, you have to take care of these things before you can come to me. And it's like it almost feels like the masculine is wanting to chase after her, but she's putting this wall up and she's saying, no, you cannot come in until you take care of what you need to take care of. And it's like I feel the masculine like trying to move forward, and he's like trying to reach out and talk, but he just feels like this boundary between him and his feminine. Even if you, the feminine, have not put up a boundary with him, it's like he just feels the intensity of the separation and that he can't get to her right now because there's this wall is in the way. Okay, and that also could be why he feels really rocked off. His foundation is just rocking all over the place. All right, with this Death card in reverse, I feel like this is him acknowledging that he's been resisting the connection. He's been resisting transitioning. He's been resisting dark nights of the soul. He's been resisting soul growth and changes, and acknowledging what changes he needs to make, not only within his spirit, but within the 3D. He's like, I've been having these transitions shoved in my face, and the things that I need to do have been put right in my face, but I've been resisting it, and I don't want to resist it anymore. It's like, again, going back to this look at the bigger picture, he's acknowledging I've been resisting making changes. And I don't think a lot of them have actually started making a lot of the changes, but just acknowledging, okay, I've been resisting this. It's been shoved in my face for however many months, years, and I need to do something about it. All right. This King of Swords, again, it's like here she is right in front of me, and I have had my eyes closed the whole time. Can you see how he has his eyes closed and she's at his feet? And she's like, I've been here this whole time and you won't look at me. You won't see me for who I am. And again, it's kind of acknowledging that. Why? Because he's been in his head the whole time. He's been trying to look at this connection logically. Okay, King of Swords is in the head. He's logical, he's practical, he speaks with his words in his head and not his heart, okay? So again, here she is right in front of me, and I've had my eyes closed to her this whole time because logically it makes sense to stay in my marriage. Logically it makes sense to just keep working this job. Logically it makes sense to stay where I live and not move across the country or whatever. You know, logically it just makes sense on paper to stay where I've been. And it's like him acknowledging that he's had his eyes closed to her the whole time. And with this Queen of Swords, I feel like he's starting to put up some boundaries with people in his life. Again, it could be cutting out that karmic and finally getting divorced, or telling his boss, no, I can't work extra hours every single week. I'm going to start living my life outside of work, or telling toxic friends and family members to, limit time with him, or to just not speak with them at all. And then the other message is that he's feeling, again, this disconnect from his feminine. You feminines may have put a wall up. You may have put a boundary up and said, I can't speak to you anymore until ABC is taken care of. And again, he's feeling that, because it's like she's sitting here staring at a picture of him. So they're not actually in the same space. She's thinking about him, she sees him, but he's a picture. He's not actually there. So she may have put up, the feminine may have put up a boundary with the masculine to keep her out of her 3D everyday life until he's taking care of what he needs to take care of. And he's feeling that. He's really feeling the disconnect and the separation and the boundaries from the feminine. Okay? It's like this wall that's in this is like it's not a physical wall, but it feels like when he tries to reach out to her or tries to communicate with her, even in the 5D, she's got a wall up and he can't get to her. And it's really getting to him. All right. What else does the masculine want the feminine to know? What else does the masculine want the feminine to know? Okay. Got 4 cards right out. Okay. So we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Knave of Swords in the reverse. We have the Knight of Wands and the 5 of Chalices in the reverse. All right, with this 10 of Wands in the reverse, it's like he's really feeling the burden. Usually in the reverse, it means like a release of burdens, but I feel the burden, the reason why this card is in the reverse is because the burden is internal. The burden is from spiritual. The burden is the 5D. He can't get to his feminine even in the 5D because she's got some kind of wall up, and it's really stressing him out. Panic. I heard some panic, and he's like, how do I get rid of these burdens? How do I release them? How do I get to my feminine? Well, he knows how. He knows the things he's supposed to do, and that's why he's starting to look at the bigger picture. He's like, I can stay, for example, in this karmic situation, and my feminine and I could be friends and just talk sporadically. But then she probably got tired of that and cut him off. And now he's feeling that burden, that separation. And he's looking at the bigger picture and saying, okay, yeah, getting divorced or leaving this person, it's going to be really difficult. But in the long run, I get to be with my feminine. My burden's going to be released. We can come together. That wall is going to come down. That's why he's starting to see the relationship as a blessing, because he might not have realized that his karmic relationship was a bad one or unhappy until he met you. Yeah, that's the big message. It's like an internalized burden that he's feeling. So like on the outside, he probably looks like everything is fine and nothing's bothering him, but he's really feeling heavy-hearted right now. All right, with this Knave of Swords in reverse, I feel like he was looking at his feminine on social media a lot and trying to figure out what's going on with her life, and he stopped doing that because it's too painful. It's like, I can't keep looking at pictures of her being happy. I can't keep looking at pictures of her with maybe another person or just enjoying her life. And here I am on the sidelines just missing out on her. I don't want to know what's going on. I'm going to stop asking mutual friends what's going on with her because it's just too burdensome. It's too much and I can't do it. So this is like him disconnecting from that spying energy, which is a good thing because the masculine is going to start to like really crave his feminine. And if he's preventing himself from looking at pictures, it's like looking at the pictures and finding out what's going on is kind of like easing, like kind of nursing along that, I don't want to say like addictive or obsessive feeling. It's like a bit of a release. And he's stopping himself from doing that because it's starting to get too painful to look at pictures of her. And then we have this Knight of Wands. I feel like that's that sexual energy I was talking about in the beginning. He wants to charge towards her. He wants to open his eyes to her and like really come embrace her in a very strong, passionate, heartfelt, fully energized kind of way. I mean, look at how they're riding this horse. It's very passionate. It's like riding off into the sunset. We're leaving everything behind and just the two of us are going to go off and be together and be happy. That's the way he's feeling. But he feels all of the blocks from the feminine. All right, and with this 5 of Cups in reverse, or chalices are cups. It almost feels like an apology. Like, I'm sorry about all the crappy things I did in the past. And I understand why you put your boundaries up, and I'm going to try and make amends here. He doesn't want to live in guilty, regretful, sad energy. He wants to like forgive and forget and move forward with the feminine. I mean, look, this guy is at her feet. It's like he's begging for forgiveness here from this feminine energy. Like, I'm really sorry I hurt you. I'm really sorry how I behaved in the past. I just want to make things right, and I want to get out of this negative, sad energy. Whew, I feel some intensity from this reading. It's like the masculines are really having a hard time right now. You know what? Putting up boundaries with your masculine is good because it makes them realize what they're missing. You know, if you're constantly chasing them, constantly in their life, they can't miss you, and they won't acknowledge the connection for what it is. All right, one more. Get one more row. What does the masculine want his feminine to know? What does the masculine want his feminine to know? Okay, so we have 2 of Swords in the reverse. We have the King of Wands. 2 more, please, for what the masculine wants his feminine to know. You can see why my guides wanted me to use this deck, because a lot of the images have been like very, you know, powerful and reflective of how the masculine is feeling inside. 2 more, please, for how the masculine is feeling right now, or anything he wants his feminine to know. All right. So you have the Knight of Swords. I got these 2 cards together. We have 9 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay, so with this 2 of Swords in reverse, he's saying, I'm done being stuck in indecision. I'm done just sitting on my thoughts and not doing anything about it. I can't stay stuck forever. I have to do something. So this is him. I feel like a lot of the masculines have not done anything in the physical yet, but this is him saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't sit like this anymore. I can't just think about her all the time and not do anything about it. And look at this. Look at this King of Wands. Like, this is even a, I mean, they're naked, so it's a little scandalous, but look how romantic it looks. Look at his face and how he's holding her. You know, it's like he's wanting to protect her and bring her in close to him and just hold her and say, I'm not going to let you go again. He's got his eyes closed and he's just like holding her as close as he possibly can. And the King of Wands is all about making a plan. He knows what he wants to do. He takes action. He goes after the things that he wants. And he says, I'm making a plan to come to you like this, in a sincere way, in a truthful way, in a fully known way. Like, a lot of the times, feminines, we are secrets, right? Especially if your masculine is in a karmic relationship. So he's saying, I'm tired of that. Everyone is going to know about us. That's what I just heard. But he's like, I want to protect you and I want to take care of you. Even though I know you don't need it. You're good on your own. But I just want to be that person when you need somebody. All right, again, Knight of Swords. We have these 2 knights landing on top of each other. These are both the fastest moving knights in the deck. This one is the fastest, that intense energy. I'm going to come whisk you away and we're going to ride off just the 2 of us. On this Knight of Swords is, I'm being direct, I'm being truthful, I'm speaking I'm clear on where I want to go, I'm speaking my words from my heart, and I know exactly what I want now. He's like, I want to come after you, and I want us to ride off together on this horse, and I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to talk in a truthful way and just get all of my words out is what I heard. I want to get all of my words out. All right, and so with these last two cards, we had the Nine of Wands with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Nine of Wands is about perseverance. It can also be a guarded energy. But with this Four of Pentacles being in the reverse, this is about letting go, releasing, I'm hearing. So he's releasing this guarded energy. He's letting go of the things that have been holding him back, and he's ready to persevere. He's ready to charge forward to her. Again, another card where they're kind of embraced and together. And they're looking into each other's eyes here. And I'm also really drawn to this bird up here. That might mean something to somebody. Looks like a sparrow. And there's lots of birds around them. So maybe if you guys are seeing some birds, that could be a sign. But it's like this bird is flying off somewhere. But again, it's like him holding on to her and saying, looking in her eyes and speaking his truth. I'm ready to speak my truth. I'm ready to go all in and persevere and charge forward and do what we have to do to make this work, because I'm letting go of everything that was holding me back. Ooh, that was that was kind of an intense reading. It's like the masculines are really feeling the boundaries, are really feeling the disconnect and the separation, and it's starting to like eat them up. They can't deal with it anymore. And so it's like, I'm looking at the bigger picture here. This connection was a blessing. I'm ready to get out of indecision and just see my feminine stop resisting the transitions and the things that I have to do. Whew. All right. I'm going to leave the reading here, and if it resonated, please leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.